Today we're going to do some small projects. We're going to start off with the struts, hatch struts. I don't know if you've seen the video of me doing the audio, but yeah, that kept falling on my head. And this roof is coming down. I don't know if you can see it. Came down on my head. So we're just gonna replace the struts. These are what I got. Hopefully they fit. Amazon said they would fit. Alright, let's do this. Should be pretty simple, I think. Looks like all we gotta do is pop these pins off with a screwdriver. And there, and it should pop right off. So I'm gonna try it and see what happens. So I got the clip popped off. And I'm thinking it should just pull right out. Maybe. Okay, it came off. So what I ended up having to do was I just took a screwdriver and just pried up, popped right out, and this whole thing just came crashing down on my head. That's it, both struts installed. They just pop right on when you put them on. They just push them in and they clip on. Really easy. So now the trunk doesn't fall down on itself. Let's see how this thing closes. Perfect. And I'm overexposed. Let me fix that. Perfect. This one we're going to start with is there's really old baked on window tint on here. On the back window and also on the side. Let's see if you can see it. It's bubbly, it's baked on. It does not peel off. So we're gonna try using a Walmart steamer. This is a copper pad. So if you use copper, it shouldn't scratch up the glass. And then of course a rag. So we're gonna see if that will do anything on this. And hopefully it does, but we'll see. This doesn't seem to be doing shit. Okay, so I feel like I'm making a little bit of progress here. You can see kinda where the stuff is still stuck on. I got this part pretty much cleared up. So what I got a mess down here. I really didn't want to do this, but I had to take a razor blade. I didn't want to damage these lines. And then I got the steamer warming up. I'm gonna see if that will actually help loosen any of this at all while using the razor blade. Don't know if it'll do anything, but I'll let you know if it does. Alright, back glass is done. So yeah, actually it worked out pretty well with the steamer, with the razor blade. And I even used that gold pad, copper pad. So there's a couple areas where it's really stubborn. So what I did is I steamed it, copper padded, that scored it, steamed it again, and then I took the razor blade and it came off like pretty easily. I mean, this still took me like 2 hours to do, but it's done. It looks pretty good. There's a couple spots where I need to touch up later that I missed around some of the edges. But for now, I'll be able to at least see out of the back window, so that's a big plus. Yay! Now I gotta do this window. Alright, so now I'm working on the inside. You can see where the window tint gone, window tint left over is still there. Steamer actually helps a huge amount. When you go to steam it, I don't know, it just kind of loosens it up, and I'm able to get it, off a lot easier. If you got a steamer, use it if you're having to deal with this crap like I am. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do is we're actually gonna do two things. This right here, let me take out the package. This right here is gonna be for the secondary O2 sensor on the Focus. This is actually for a Mustang, but I think it should fit, I hope. And so I have O2 spacers on there now. I want to see if these things will actually work on keeping the check engine light off. There should be no reason why the check engine light comes back on unless it comes back on saying that the catalytic is too effective. Is there a code for that? I think there is actually. The other thing I want to do while I got the car jacked up, I need to replace the O-rings for the AC. And the O-ring in particular we're trying to replace is the little manifold thing that goes to the compressor. So the lines going to the compressor, I want to change those O-rings out because there are signs of it leaking from there from when I put the dye into the AC. Okay, you can see that little gold piece? Well, that's connected to the manifold. And that's where that manifold connects to the compressor is where it's leaking. It's a 10mm bolt on this manifold thingy. It's almost there. I think. Feels kind of loose. Okay, so it's disconnected. The O-rings are in the compressor itself, so we gotta figure out, we just gotta pop those off, probably with a small screwdriver. Match it up to the right size and stick the new ones in and screw it back in. This seems really easy so far. While I'm underneath the car, let's get this wire on the O2 sensor. So I'm just gonna unplug it from up there. You can see the blue and white connector. Maybe you can see it, I don't know. I can see it. We're gonna stick the wire in between and we're gonna zip tie it to something. There we go. Okay, I lost my wire. There it is. That's the zip tie. I guess we could zip tie to the exhaust. That would be easiest. You know, I'm gonna zip tie it to some metal pipe coming out of this steering rack. And to think, modern cars have gotten even more of a pain in the ass to work on than these. Hold the zip tie over, so I got my curve. You know what, let me move to a different direction. I think I gave that advice before. If you can't get to what you need to get to, just reposition yourself. Cut these zip ties with my official zip tie cutter. Back to the AC, I guess. Uh-oh. Alright, so I got the O-rings plucked out, and now we're just going to go and try and match up the same size to what's in this bag here. I'm assuming this is some kind of universal kit, even though it said it was for the car. So these two top ones are going to be the replacement ones I'm going to use. You can see that they're actually round, where these ones are flattened. Really hard. They're installed. I did my very best to try not to get any dirt and oil in there, so hopefully I didn't, but I should have really cleaned this up before taking it apart. Live and learn. Alright, it's done. We'll pull a vacuum on it and fill up the AC and see what happens. While I'm down here, I need to get rid of this filter. This filter sucks. If you watch my intake video, you'll know why. I can't find my K&N filter I had laying around. And then also I think I had a Spectre filter laying around. I think I ended up throwing it out. So I guess for now what I can do is take the filter off my other car and throw it on here. See, nothing against the, there it goes. See, there's no fabric in this filter. That's why I don't like it. So you can see there's water in the filter, and that's just from going through that. Yeah, I don't like that at all for cold air intake. That's seems really bad. At least with having the fabric inside, I can oil it, and it should help reduce the water going inside. All right, so I just put a little bit of K&N oil on top of this filter because I don't know if I ever oiled it when I got it. And so this is actually some China filter. But it's a lot better than what that crap was. This one should be just fine. So it says JDM Sport. The quality on this filter actually, for being a China filter, the JDM Sport, is actually not bad. Yeah, I'm sure K&N's probably a little bit better, but this is gonna work, I think. All right, filter's installed. Looks pretty good. All right, so I'm running the vacuum. Get all the air out of the system. And then We'll let it sit for a little bit, make sure it's not leaking. And then we'll try and put 2 1/4 or 2 1/2 cans back into it. I have to check the weight, but I think it's about 20, probably about 26. Oh no, there's thunder coming. Okay, this is gonna suck. So it sounds like with the thunder, I'm probably gonna have to continue this another day, which is gonna suck. But I'm gonna keep vacuuming it until it starts raining. All right, so I just went to Tallahassee. I met up with Dan, which was one of the previous owners of this Focus, and he happened to have an extra set of taillights. He also had all the paperwork from all the repairs that he's done to the car. So we're gonna probably go over that in another video. The taillights that's on the car were old, they're cracking. They weren't matched from right to left. So I'm really stoked to get a set of taillights for this. Also, the guy Dan, the previous owner of the car, I didn't know him before I bought the car. He found my YouTube channel, so that's kind of neat. And that's how we met up. But he's also the one that I test drove the ST Focus on that video. That's his car. He also has another ZX3 Focus. So these are the taillights. Some minor scratches and stuff on it. Overall, they're pretty good. I'm gonna take the buffer with some compound and hopefully make them look like brand new. All right, so I just took the DA to this first one. Thing looks amazing, looks brand new. All the scratches are gone. It is, yeah, it's perfect. This one is what I'm gonna do next. I'm not sure if it's gonna get some of these deeper scratches and stuff out. So I may end up having to wet sand it a little bit and then polish it. I am using V32 on it. I might go after and put some V34. It's a hybrid mix. That gives a good finish polish to it. The V32 is a good cutting compound. But even without the polishing compound, just a cutting compound, it looks amazing. All right, so the reason why I'm replacing these, besides the fact they have cracks and stuff in them, these are 2 different taillights. This one's got the red here, this one's got the black. So I'm assuming one's aftermarket, one's stock. To get the taillights off, there's a little hole in here. You just I think it's up here. Just unscrew this thing, and if there was a screw here, you would take that out. This whole assembly should come out if I'm not mistaken. My battery's almost dead. Just a quick tip, if someone over tightened these and you can't get it out by hand, 13/16 6-point works great. Stick it in there and twist it. It is the perfect size. It is the perfect size to fit in there. So we're gonna call it a day for the video. It's nothing special, just putting on some taillights. Thank you for watching. Aloha, peace out. Catch you in the next one.